What's up, YouTube? This is Lucas, and I am back after a weekend of racing with ASRA at CMP, Carolina Motorsports Park. I was racing my SV650. I was able to get down to a 145.85, I think. I was hoping for better, but just couldn't put a lap together. My goal was to get better at turns 7 through 11 and the exit of 12 and the exit of 14, which I did, but unfortunately I got worse in a few other segments, so it balanced out to only maybe a 0.8 second PR. So now I'm going to go over where I plan to get better. The red line you'll see in this AIM Solo Race Studio 3 software is an Aprilia running a 140.4, I believe. It's my friend, who is also a pro racer. And then the blue line is me on my SV650, running at 145.8, whatever. All right, let's get into it. Areas of improvement are pretty much, just to backtrack, this is GPS speed. This is the absolute value of lean angle, which is just a math channel I made. So I don't have to worry about positive or negative values. And then this is the time compare bar. So area of improvement. First would be, because it's the easiest, I'm losing 0.8 seconds from the apex of 3 to the entry to 4, which is a lot for such a little bitty turn. Not little bitty, but compared to back here or the straightaway, it's not nearly as big. So that all starts going into turn 1. Carry too much speed into turn 1, my slow point's all off. Then it delays my flip back to the right, and it also delays my flip back to the left, as you can see down here in my transitions. Let me zoom in so you can see it. If not, it's really hard to see. Yeah, right here. You see the point, the blue line transitions, it's delayed compared to the red line, especially back here where it matters, where I'm going into turn 3. So because of that, I get a late and slow acceleration point out of 3, and then I'm just behind the entire time. And then I don't catch up until we go into the braking zone. It's too late. I've lost 0.8 seconds from about here to here. The next area of improvement, because it's just one turn, and I am losing 0.7 seconds. It's going to be the exit of 14, which is an important turn. And I was charging a little bit going in, scrubbing too much speed, and more importantly, getting the bike turned and pointed too late. And then that speed delay is carried all the way down the straight. So even though the Aprilia is definitely faster than my SV, but I should be able to keep up with it for a little bit. Usually around the 100-mile-per-hour mark is where they start to pull away. But as you can see here, the point at which he starts accelerating down the straightaway, I am still turning, because if I started accelerating right here, I would run off the track. So he starts accelerating here, I start accelerating there. So even though I have more mid-corner speed, it equates to nothing. And then last but not least, which is a big, huge chunk of the track, I'm going to work on 7 through 11. So from here, all the way around to here. Because even though this is only 1, 2, 3 turns, from here to here is about a mile, which equates to a lot of time. 2 seconds to be exact. So that all starts back here, going into 5. Yeah, 4 through 5. Then 6 and 7. So going into 5, he opens the throttle a little bit more, pushes him out, and then he can decelerate a little bit going into 6, tighten his line, which allows him to get his bike pointed down the straight earlier. So as you can see here, even though I'm pretty okay at it, point at which I start opening the throttle is, let's say right here, so right at an early apex on the curbing, he's already starting to feed in throttle way back here. And because of, or maybe right here, yeah. And because of that, you can see his line starts to pull away from me. So my mid-corner speed's okay, because the way I was taking it is going in, I would open throttle or try to roll speed into here, pick up the throttle around here, let it push me out, and then I would just hold neutral throttle all the way around. And because of that, I never got the bike completely turned back down going the other way. So my options are A, let out the throttle a little bit to get my bike to tighten the line, or I can lean more. And I think I'm going to go with the first option because I'm already maxed out on my lean comfort. Besides that, places I'm good, or let's say decent at compared to the pro rider. Going into the chicane, decent. Coming out, not so much. Where I was working on exit of 11, I got decent. Roll speed's a little slow. I'm slow points late, but I managed to catch back up with him for a little bit. And then more importantly, I was losing a lot of time coming out of 12 and 13. Because that whole section, you're pretty much right around here. I need to be on the throttle stop and just letting it flow all the way out here, which I was mostly able to do. Editor Lucas here. I'm also decent at turn 8, but I need to get to full throttle sooner. I can chip away at that time and definitely need to work on my brakes. That's one of the areas I notice I'm lacking the most because I'm bringing too much speed into the turns and not doing enough slowing while I'm straight up and down, and then I'm using the brake lever as my safety blanket. So, hope this helps somebody. I will be back with more of these videos as the year progresses. If you found this to be helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank you.